Today we're going to be looking at the Line 6 Podgo Snapshots. And this is my first time ever owning a Line 6 multi-effect pedal. And I was running into this issue where I would create a preset and then use snapshots. And I would make some settings for the first snapshot and then go to the second one and start putting some different effects in there. And then when I went back to the first snapshot, it would copy over what I did. So it was a challenge for me to figure out why each snapshot was always the same no matter what I did, and I wasn't able to get different settings. So today we're going to look at the Podgo edit. It's very easy to do the edits on the actual pedal itself. We'll look at that a little bit later. But I'm going to start with a new preset today. I'm not going to focus on a whole lot of the sounds on here. I'm just going to put a few effects on there. But as you see on the left of whatever you're looking at, whether it's an effects up here, so I'm going to put just a basic overdrive pedal. Get that in there. Maybe I'll put some, just a random delay in there. Get that guy down. Let's change it to a dotted eighth note. Sweet. So when you're working in your pedals or even your amps, there's going to be an empty box on the side here. And what I have learned to be the easiest is with my effects pedal. You got to change these to snapshots. So if you click on this box, any of the empty boxes, you're going to have a bunch of different options to assign to different foot switches, maybe even the pedal here. But what we're going to do for today is put snapshots on. So what snapshot, having that little camera and selecting snapshot, is what's going to allow you to do is whichever snapshot you're on. And if you look up to the top middle, there's a drop down. You have 4 options. Whatever one you are selected on, you can then change the setting for that specific snapshot. So for instance, if I want to have snapshot 1 with a little bit of drive and some delay, I'm going to have these snapshot icons. And an easy shortcut too is if you're holding option, and I'm working on a MacBook, maybe the same for Windows, but if you hold option and then click the title, so I'm going to hold option and click gain, it's going to assign that snapshot to it anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and put the snapshot on every setting for the overdrive, because each snapshot I'm going to do, I want it to be a little bit different. So for snapshot 1, maybe I want to keep the gain and the tone just like the stock setting was. It sounds like this. And you have the delay. Maybe I'm going to put up a little bit more delay for that, the mix. And again, here I'm going to also put snapshots. I'm going to hold option, click the titles, so that way I can change the effect pedals for each snapshot. Put trails on because you want that on. So I'm going to leave scale off because I don't really mess with scale much, but see what it's going to sound like. That sounds cool. So that's what I want for snapshot 1. I'm now going to move to snapshot 2. And maybe I want, maybe I just want to throw a little bit more gain on there. So since I have the snapshot symbol here, now everything I save to snapshot 2 that I made, because it has the snapshot symbol on the side, whatever I change here is going to be only saved to snapshot 2. So I'm going to put a little bit more distortion. And again, I'm exaggerating, but just to give the idea of what you can do here. Maybe we're going to put a little bit more feedback because, again, the snapshot symbols are there, so we're good. And I'm going to change this to just a standard quarter note. If I can click it. There we go. So you can tell there's a heck of a lot. Maybe I'm going to throw some reverb at the end. So I put my reverb pedal there, and you go to the settings, and again, you gotta put the snapshot So I'm just gonna go ahead and put them on all of these. And again, for what I do preset builds based on songs. So I like to always put the snapshot symbol on all my effect pedals. Sometimes I do a little differently for my amps. Sometimes I just want those to be straightforward. If you don't have the snapshot symbol showing, what's going to happen is your settings are always going to be that way for every snapshot. So for my amp, my preamp, and my cab, I kind of leave them empty because I want that same sound for every snapshot, as if, you know, I am running through an actual amp. So let's go back to the reverb. We have the snapshots on. So this is going to be for snapshot 2 again. And since it's on and I have the snapshots, I'm going to just throw a bunch of mix on there just so you can hear the difference and what's going on. So it's crazy. And then we're going to go back to snapshot 1. And I actually don't want the reverb to be on for my snapshot 1, just the drive and the delay. It's not going to be there anymore. And then we go back to snapshot 2. And back and forth. And it'll work the same way if you're just hitting the foot switches. So if you don't have the Podgo edit software, it works the exact same way, but when you're making your edits on the pedal itself, you're going to go into the view mode where you can see, and you're not going to be able to see this because I'm only sharing my computer screen, but when you hit the view mode, you're going to see all your pedals lined up like you would up here. And what you're going to do with those black 5 knobs that are right below the screen, you're going to press them down and then turn. And when you press them down, you should see in the value system where it shows the dB level or the options of on and off. You're going to see a bracket around that. And when you see the bracket, that means you are editing just that snapshot. So I hope this helps, guys. This was something that took me a couple days in some Facebook groups that I'm a part of, asking, like, how do I make this work? Because again, I'm new to the multi-effect. I'm usually using just single effects like Strymon, Boss pedals, and like that. So this was a little tricky for me, and I couldn't find anything on YouTube about it. So I hope this helps. If you guys like the video, please leave a like, maybe subscribe. The more subscribers and likes I get, the more I can spend time making these videos. So I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time.